Hey everybody, welcome to webinar number 3. Sorry about the delay. I had to restart my computer because I don't know why, but it just decides every time I go to do webinar to not work with GoToWebinar, so I have to restart it. Anyway, can you hear me and can you see my screen? Give me a 1 in the chat box. We got quite a few people on here. Very cool. And let's see where everybody's located now too. Type your location into the chat box as well. Just want to see who the furthest away is today. Slovakia, New York, London, UK, Eastern North Carolina, Butter, PA. Is it called Butter? Yeah, Butter. North Vancouver, Nottingham, UK, Maryland. So we have Slovakia so far, the furthest away. Very cool. Nice. All right, I'm in London, Ontario. It is 2 degrees out right now and not very nice weather, really. I wish it were warmer, but oh well, that happens. It'll heat up later. So what we're doing today is we're going to talk about ramping up and scaling campaigns. So like, what do you do next? So we're going to say, you guys have tested a whole bunch. You should have tested quite a few by now and found at least one winner. So if you have tested at least one, give me one in the chat box. Good. Awesome. Okay. If you've tested at least 10, give me a one in the chat box. That's what I thought. All right. So here's the first thing I'm going to cover. If you test one and it doesn't work, that's okay. Take the data that you get from that, so demographics like age and gender, and look at that and see where these people are, like who's clicking, who's adding to cart, who's actually viewing the pages, and use that data going forward for your cards. Okay. And then if you really like the design and you think the design isn't the issue, then you could try a couple things. You could try raising the price or you can try lowering the price. Now, why would you raise the price? Basically, it perception is reality. So if people perceive something to be worth more, you're going to hit a market segment that will buy at the higher price, but maybe that market segment won't buy at a lower price. Okay, so right now you see on my screen, I've got this one. It got 2 add to carts and it didn't get a sale. So I'm not giving up on it because I think it's a good one. I just think that I would love to have like the interlocking hearts instead of the infinity thing in here. But I can go into my campaign now and I can look at this. I can say, okay, here's my Facebook campaign. And now this is what you do. So I ran a test. The test spent 75 bucks, $75.94. I had 22 clicks. Basically, people viewed the content. Actually, 35 clicks, 22 viewed content. That means that the page might not have loaded or the pixel didn't fire for the content view. So 35 people clicked, 22 viewed the page, 2 added to cart. To me, that's a pretty good indicator on 75 spent that I may be onto something, but I want to dig a little bit deeper. So what I'm going to do is go back to the campaign level. I'm going to select this one. You can see they're all off, but filter by selection. Okay, so now I only have this one. So I did filter by selection. And then I want to make sure I'm on lifetime up here, and then go to breakdown and go by delivery and go by age. So let's look at the ages. So look at this. 65 plus had 2 add to carts. Okay, and if we sort by amount spent, you'll see that the bulk of the spend went to the older guys. So 24.74 went to 65 men who are 65 plus. $20.65 went to 55 to 64, and then look at it just drops off after that. So what that tells me a couple things. It tells me that this particular campaign, because I went 25 plus, Facebook went with older men. So that gives me a clue that maybe the older men are more of my target. But it also gives me a clue that maybe I need to split this. So maybe I need to go 25 to 54 and then 55 plus in my future tests. Because if I force Facebook to go into the segment they didn't go into, there could still be buyers in here. Right. And then you can also do other ones like gender. I mean, we know it's male. And you can do region too. So you can see, where did these clicks come from? Well, in Georgia, we had like 2. And if you notice the amount spent on each of these states, it's not very much, right? So if you actually break it down, Facebook focused on California, Texas, and Florida, which is what they typically do. The reason they typically do that is because there's more buyers in California, Texas, and Florida than, if we scroll down to the bottom, into DC or Delaware, right? So Facebook knows where people buy, and that's where they're going to show the ad. The other thing you can look at is placement and device. So we can actually see, if I sort by website add to cart, oh, didn't sort, but I can see all of this. So I can see Instagram stories on the phone, and it's an iPhone, in fact. Instagram stories, mobile app, iPad. And well, let's sort by amount spent. So look at this, Facebook, newsfeed, mobile app on an iPhone. $18.95 was spent there. Facebook, newsfeed, desktop, device desktop. $17.42 was spent there, which kind of makes sense because the older segment of this will be on their desktop. They're not necessarily going to be on their iPhone, mainly because once you get up there in age, you have trouble reading the phone. So unless you have reading glasses on and you're holding it like an arm's length, you can't really read the phone. So these older guys, they tend to want to be on the computer more, and I understand it more. I prefer to buy stuff on my computer too. I'll even look it up, and I'm not that old. I'm only 44, but I like to go on my computer too, right? So let's scroll down and let's see what actually happened. So look at this. You know how people, well, maybe you don't, but the audience network here and its native banner and interstitial on the mobile app on an iPad, that got 2 add to carts. So looking at this one click, one content view, 2 add to carts, to me that means the add to carts were a fluke. Maybe the guy reloaded the screen or something. But that digging deeper into my numbers makes me think that, you know what, this design didn't really get much. I think it may have been a fluke that the guy added it to cart. So that's why I like to dig down into the numbers and look at that. But at least it gives me some insight into what's happening. If these add to carts were split, and say they were split amongst like the iPhone and the desktop, or even Android, then I would think this one has more legs. All right. So there's some insight into what I look at and how I look at it and what I plan on doing going forward with my future tests. So my future tests, I know that I'm going to remove this. I'm going to break it down by age. And I'm going to run 55 plus and then 25 to 45, 25 to 54. Sorry. I'm going to do that split on my ad set tests because I think that the older guys might be buying it more versus the younger, which I don't get because I don't get why the younger guys don't buy this stuff. But well, maybe the older guys just have more money. So there's a question coming in. If I got 3 add to carts for one of the tests and I can follow your instructions, should we do anything for the tests where we did not get any add to cart? No. If you didn't get any add to cart registered at all and you ran your test, you didn't get any, move on. That one is just not working at all. I mean, you could look at the website content views now and see what people are actually clicking on to get some idea. But purchase is the ultimate, then add to cart is secondary, and then website content views is third. So you could dig into the website content views and see, but these are just window shoppers anyway. So it could be that the design was getting attention and it was getting interaction, which is a good thing to look at, but it didn't get an add to cart. So it didn't really connect with them as well. I wish I could show you like purchases on this one right now, but it didn't work. So the Pixel's brand new too, which is another thing that we have to worry about. Not worry about, but we do need to spend money to make money. And as this Pixel that I'm using on this Mother's Day stuff gains more traffic, basically more money is spent on it, it becomes smarter. And I'm not saying you have to season a Pixel or anything like that. I'm just saying your campaign, your ad account, your ads, they all rely on how much money you spent because the more you put into it, the better Facebook is going to be able to do their job with their machine learning. Okay. So another question coming in, do we look for 2+ sales in one ad set or the whole campaign? So the way that I do it is I look for if the whole campaign has one sale on like $100 spent for me, you could do $50 spent. You just have to test more. So I'll do $100 spent. If I get a sale, it's iffy that it's a winner. Okay. So one sale out of $100 spent means maybe. I just consider that like maybe a fluke sale. If it has 2 sales, it's got a lot better chance. But if it has 3 or more sales, in my experience going back, 3 or more sales on a test usually means I can ramp it up and scale it successfully. Okay, so if I could try it with 2 sales, but it's about 50-50 if it's going to ramp up. If it's got 3 or more, it's usually 9 times out of 10, it's going to be a definite winner and it's going to be bringing in money for me. So you have to get to that. You have to find that one that gets multiple sales in order to ramp it up and scale. So speaking of ramping up and scaling, before I get into the Google Ads stuff and how to manage that, I'm going to show you how to ramp up and scale this. So let's say this one did get some sales, and you can see some stuff. I don't know why the campaign was turned off. I may have turned it off. I'm not sure why though. 75. Yeah, these were all turned off by the rules. These were not. So actually, these have a little bit more to spend. I probably shouldn't have let it run. I bet you I could have got at least one sale from this. Anyway, so you get one sale. It's probably, like I said, a fluke. So if this had 3 or more, I would move to ramping up and scaling. So ramping up and scaling means this with this campaign style. You have ad sets that are shut off here. So what I would do, and I typically do this in the morning. So I'll come in about 8:30, 9 o'clock in the morning, and I'll select all the ones that are turned off, and I'm just going to simply delete them. So why delete and why not just leave them paused? When you leave them paused, that maximum spend counts towards the total budget. So I need to free up that 1250 that was allocated to all those ones, each individual one that I just deleted. I need to allocate that to the new ones that I'm going to do. So now what are the new ones that I'm going to do? So I want to basically keep 10 ad sets running in order to ramp it up and scale. Okay, so the way that I do that is I go, okay, this was my best one, gratitude and married. So I'm going to do a duplicate of this. And remember that little tidbit of age range that I had, right? So instead of 25 plus, I'm going to go 25 to 54. Now let's change the date. So I'll copy this, and then I'm going to scroll down, and I'm going to actually leave it on a max of 1250. I'm going to go 25 to 54. And it's married, parents all, and gratitude, which is still big. 2.6 million on the potential reach. Now let's change this ad name. And then I'm going to do a duplicate of this one. And I'm going to say, instead of 25 to 54, I'm going to do 65 plus. I'll just remove this back one. And you can adjust those numbers too on it too. So instead of, we'll call this 12. Oh, crap. Sorry about my dog squealing in the background. Everybody's at home. So let's paste that. And then let's go 65 plus. All right, and I'll change this to 11. So just increment the number. Okay. And then we'll go back here and we're going to, so now we've got 5 that are going to run today, right? So then you look at your next one, and if you have an add to cart, you're going to do a duplicate and split it like I just did there. If you don't though, then these ones can continue to run for now, and all I'm going to do is I'm going to fill in the other 5 with duplicates of this one that worked. Because this, if you notice the segment, even on this one, 25 to 54, there's 2.6 million possible people in there. If I'm only spending $12.50 on 2.6 million people, that means I might hit maybe 2,000 of those. So if I pull up my calculator and I go, okay, so say I hit 2,000 divided by, it can't even do it. The fraction is so small. The percentage of people that I'm hitting is so tiny. It's like way under 1%, like super under 1%. So that means that I can do a bunch of duplicates of these and get it to work. So for me, I know that the add to cart came from the 65 plus or 65 plus one here. This should be 55 plus. not 65 plus. There. So this is 1.3 million. That means I still have a lot of wiggle room here. There. Okay, so I know the older guys within here were doing well, so I'm just gonna go like this, do a duplicate, and I can actually do 5. So I'm gonna fill in the other 10 with that. So now look at that. I've got 10 ad sets running. I'm actually gonna run this. So let's hit review and publish. And there is a little bit of a warning message on there. There's probably gonna be a delay for getting new stuff running. Just because I think Facebook is not staffed as large as it used to be. So once this loads, I'm actually going to turn on this campaign because I think that I can, well, I don't know why I shut it down because I've got 25 bucks more to spend anyway. So I'm going to spend the remaining 25 bucks on this test out of the 100. And with these duplicates going on, I think I can actually get some sales. There we go. So let's go here and let's turn this on. All right, so this one will run starting now. And we are at 10:25 a.m. on a Tuesday. Yesterday's traffic was Monday, and yesterday's traffic was horrible. It was just awful, like no good at all. So I do recommend not running anything on Monday. I'm just going to see if I can get somebody to get the dog here. Just 1 second. All right. So that's how you do it. And then what I'm going to do tomorrow is I'm going to come in the morning and I'm going to look at my numbers. If anything's shut off, I'm going to delete it. And then I'm going to look at doing duplicates of the good stuff. And I'm going to try to constantly keep at least 10 ad sets running inside this to ramp it up in scale. Eventually, I'm going to have at least 10 winners inside here that are going to continuously run daily. At that point, I'll always be adding 10 new ad sets to the campaign. And so the ad set number will go up and up and up. And eventually, you'll be spending a couple hundred a day, then like 500 a day, and then more. So if you look at it, if I spend 500 a day and I make like 700 a day, that's $200 profit per day. There's nothing wrong with that. Using this method, you can easily get there. All right. This is how I recommend you ramp up in scale. While we're doing that, your pixel is going to build up too. And then you can move to even bigger budgets and bigger campaigns later. But for now, I think everybody should stick with one method for ramping up and scaling. And this doing duplicates of the winners within the campaign is the best method that I have working right now. All right. So this is when you have a winner. This is what you do next on Facebook. All right. I'm just going to see if there's any questions in here. Can the locking hearts that is out of stock could be big factors in not having a sale? Yeah, I think so. I think if I had the interlocking hearts on this, or even that single heart, I think I'd have sales by now. So yeah, it is definitely an issue. Unfortunately, this virus that's going around is affecting everybody in every way. So we just got to adapt, adjust, and move forward, basically. Like the Infinity necklace is not as big a seller, obviously, because they haven't sold out of it. So if you think of it that way. So I'm considering also, well, I'll tell you my plans for the next one here, but before I get ahead of myself. So is everybody good with ramping up and scaling on Facebook? So every morning, come in, delete anything that's paused, and just do duplicates of the good stuff. Make sure you're doing 10 duplicates of ad sets per day. So even if I have 10 good ones in here, take the best ones. You can sort it by this ROAS. You can sort it by this column, and then you can do duplicates of your best. So 10 duplicates every morning in order to keep this running rock solid. All right, another question coming in. The test where I got 3 add to carts was shut down a few days ago. Do you think if I scale now, it would work? No, don't scale. 3 add to carts don't scale. 3 purchases scale. Okay. If you got 3 add to carts only, it's didn't get a sale. You really don't have any data to be moving on to the next phase with that. I wouldn't. I would just try and I would actually just move on to the next one. Even this one, I haven't spent my full test budget yet. That's the only reason I turned it back on. I'm not sure why I turned it off. Who knows? But I've got $24.06 left to spend on this to get a sale or two or three, hopefully. And at that point, if I only get one sale, if I have more add to carts, I might leave it running. If I don't, I'll probably shut this whole thing off and just move on to the next design. So I know we tend to like fall in love with our stuff and think if I just give it $50 more, if I just give it $100 more, it'll work, but don't do that. All right. So yes, a winner is 3 sales for the whole campaign. We don't go by ad sets. We go by campaigns. If I spend $100 and I have 3 sales, it's definitely a winner. If I spend $100 on the whole campaign and I have 2 sales, it's iffy. If I spend $100 and I have 1 sale, that's probably not a good one. Okay, that's the basic rules. And that's how we scale. Just daily come in, delete the pause ones, do duplicates of the good ones, always have 10 new ad sets fired up every day, except Monday. Don't fire up anything new on Monday, but you can let stuff run through from Sunday to Monday, although probably won't do very well, at least in my experience. All right. So we're not only running here, we're also running on Google. Remember, we set up the Google ads. So I purposely left this running because I wanted to show you guys what happens with Google, and I wanted to show you how to manage this too. So when you go into your search campaigns on Google, you'll see this. Okay, I've got a $50 a day budget. This optimization score is it's weird. I don't know why they're putting this in here. They want you to do some certain things. So 100% is the best, but 46.4 is not very good. And there's a reason it's 46.4, and I'll show you in a second. So it's a search campaign. I did get 408 impressions, a 2.45% click-through rate, which is really good. The cost is $3.81 that I've spent so far. It's a manual CPC. I got 10 clicks. So the average cost per click was actually 38 cents. Now I didn't get a conversion on my $3.81 spent. I didn't get a conversion, but I did get 10 clicks at 38 cents per click. So let's dive into it and see what's happening. So you can click here or you can click ad groups. So I'll click here. Now I'm into the ad group. Okay, so you can see my default maximum cost per click is 51 cents. This is the reason that I've only spent $3.81 on this campaign. So what's going on in here? Well, if I click it again, it'll take me into the keywords. And notice under the status column, all of these, I'll just mouse over that again. So the keyword is eligible to run ads. It isn't performing well because the bid is too low to show ads on the first page of search results. Meaning they're basically saying the minimum bid for this keyword, Mother's Day gifts, is $2.43. I'm bidding 51 cents. Same with this one, Mother's Day presents. It's below the first page bid. So I will get some traffic coming in from the second page. It doesn't mean that I won't get any traffic. It's just when people go to Google, they don't tend to go to the second page very often. And when they do, they don't tend to click ads on the second page. They tend to click the first thing that comes up by default. So you can see I still am getting impressions, even though I'm below the first page bid. But what I need to do is pick a couple of these and actually increase the bid to the first page bid. So I could increase it at the ad group level, or I can increase it at the keyword level individually. So I'm going to do it at the keyword level because you can see some of these bids are all different, right? 246, 242, 240, 252. Now, just because I bid 243, it doesn't mean I'm going to pay 243. It means that's my bid in the auction. So if somebody else is bidding like $1.10 and I'm bidding 243, I should be paying $1.11 for my click instead of 243. Okay, so what I like to do is sort by clicks, and then I'll take basically the ones that got some clicks, and I'm going to increase that bid. So I'm going to click here, edit, and it even shows you get 38 more clicks per week at 77, get 15 more clicks per week at 61, get the same number of clicks per week. So why would I do the same? I'm going to put it at the top. So I'm going to go 243. Your spend may increase by 90,104%. No, there we go. So now see how the status changed from a red below first page bid to eligible? That's good. So then I'm going to do the same with this one. because this one got 3 clicks. So let's get some more. And let's go here and let's go to 242. Now, some guys will say go a penny over that or whatever. I don't think you need that little trick. I don't think it matters much. You can if you want. Unique Mother's Day gift. That's a good one. So let's go 242 on that one. And this one had 2 clicks. I'm going to go 2.39. And basically, I think I'm just going to go with the ones that got clicks for now, because these other ones will still get some impressions. It's just they may or may not get clicks going forward. And look at the click-through rate on this one. Unique Mother's Day gifts, 18.818%. Holy crap. That is fantastic. So I can see some sales coming in from that. People, whatever I put in my ad, people seem to like it. So that's how you adjust your keywords. Take the ones that got clicks and set the bid to the first page bid, and then let it run. Your rules, remember we put rules in from the last one, those are still going to apply. And also you want to search through here and see under search terms while we're in here. Let's see what people are actually typing in. So gift sets for the mother of the kids. That's what somebody actually typed into Google, and my ad showed, and I got a click. So 2 to 1 means it was a fluke with the tracking. It's probably just 1 to 1. Danbury Mint Mother's Day. So I think this is another store. So I'm going to highlight it and search Google for it. And you can see they're looking for all these. Okay, they're looking for Danbury Mint. So let's go to the site. And you can see that homepage mail. Oh, interesting. That doesn't make sense. Women's. Well, Danbury Mint is what? I guess they're an online jewelry store that has personalization. So it could be that either we leave it running, we leave this keyword in here, or we say that, you know what, they're probably looking for, oh, here, Mother's Day gifts. They're probably looking for a Mother's Day gift. Oh, Danbury Mint, man, you guys screw up your links. They might be looking for personalized stuff that we don't have. So what I would do is I would say, okay, so Danbury, if they're going there, either they're looking for the gift and we may be able to show them something from our store. But if they're looking for that and they're definitely looking for Danbury Mint and they're looking for something personalized, we don't have it. So go to negative, or actually even click here. No, we have to go to negative, and I'm going to hit the plus, and I'm going to add that. So if they type Danbury in anything, I'm going to click save. Then my ad is not going to show. So I don't want my ad showing if somebody's looking for Danbury Mint. Okay, that's how you do that. I'll go back to search terms and I'll look for another one. Islamic gifts for mothers. Maybe, I don't know. Let's just highlight it and see what happens there. Muslim mom, Islamic Mother Day shop gifts for Muslim mom. Let's go to Etsy and see what Etsy's got. The other thing too is if you see this, okay, so they got all this, slogans and Allah and all that stuff. You can actually get ideas for more message cards that you could actually do with that. So if you look through these and you see anything that are doing well, you could make your own little message card with it. So that's the beauty of Google, is you can see what people are typing and you can actually provide them with products, because we can make our own products to suit what they're typing for, and then we can bid on those keywords. So right now I don't really have anything. So I'm going to actually put the term Islamic. They're looking for something very specific. So I'm going to add that to my negative keyword list. I'm going to hit the plus and add it there. So I don't want my ads to show if they're typing in Danbury or Islamic. And this is how we're starting to optimize our campaign. Mother's Day cake. You know what? We're showing up for Mother's Day cake, which you could argue that, yeah, it's a necklace, but if they're looking for a cake, they might be looking for a gift too, right? That's possible. But I think if they're looking for a cake, they're looking for a cake. They're not looking for a necklace. So in this case, I'm going to add cake. I didn't even think of that. So you could argue either way. If I had a sale on the word Mother's Day cake, I'd leave it in there. But since I don't, I mean, it's pretty early, but Just my gut says if if they're looking for a Mother's Day cake, they're not looking for a necklace, so I'm going to remove that. Mother's Day, I'm not even going to try to pronounce that word because I will kill it. So here we go. So they're looking for the date of it in the UK. The Sunday, March 22nd. Oh, it just passed. Okay. So how to treat your mom. All right. So we don't really need to show for that because we're now past that date. So let's just add that too. And let's go back to search terms and see if there's any others. Things for Mother's Day, that's good. What to get my wife for Mother's Day, that's really good. So if you see something like that, you could even add that to your campaign as an exact match too. So if we wanted, we could go copy, and then we could go back to our search keywords, and then we could add one. And if we want to do like an exact match, you put square brackets, and we could add that. So now we'll go save. So the status is unknown, but we just added that from our search term list to our campaign as an exact match. The volume might be low, but who knows? We could find a golden nugget in there. Which day is Mother's Day UK 2020? So even something like that, it's past now, so we don't really want it, but it's fine. So then you can go. We only have 9 search terms in here. As you get more and you get more money spent, you can really optimize the crap out of this very well. So let's now go to the ads and let's look at this and let's see. All right, do we notice anything on here? Remember in the last one I talked about we have a control and we have a test. So with our ads, I'm noticing that this one has 9 clicks on 307 impressions for a CTR, click-through rate of 2.93, average cost per click of 38 cents, cost of 346. This one has 1 on 101 impressions, a very low click-through rate of 0.99%. So that it's producing a lower cost per click, but it's actually, Google's telling us that they like this one better. Okay, so want a Mother's Day gift, this is it. Look no further. We have a beautiful gift box necklace and message card that's perfect for any wife/mom. Get her this now, she'll love it, and love that you found the perfect Mother's Day gift, I think I said. And this one says, need a Mother's Day gift. I don't have a question mark on there. This wife/mom gift is perfect. Your search is over. Okay, so this is my winner. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to pause this. And now I have a control. And so the control, I'm actually going to go like this, click it. I'm going to click edit and click copy. And then I'm going to click X, and then I'm going to click paste. And I'm going to click it into this campaign and this ad group. And done. And then up here, I'm going to click paste. So what I did was create a duplicate of this. It'll take a second. And then I'm just going to edit it slightly once it shows here. No paste because they already exist. Oh. No ads pasted because they already exist. Oh, so I won't do the dupe. Come on. All right, well, let's go like this. Just going to take a screenshot of this so I have the exact text. Okay, so I've got that over here, and then I'm just going to add another one. So it actually did pull in the other one. So I'm going to say, I pulled in the second one. This wife, oh no, this is the first one. Your search is over. We have a beautiful gift box necklace, perfect for any wife, mom. Get her this awesome Mother's Day gift now, and she'll have it in plenty of time for Mother's Day. So we're going to make one change. I like that first part. We have see if this will fit. An awesome gift box, necklace, and message card. Perfect for any wife. Get through this now. So we'll change this part. She will love it and keep it forever. There. So this one, all I did, I added a question mark in here, and then I changed these two lines. So I'm going to click Save Ad. There. All right, so now this is my new test, and this is my control. So I'm split testing, and this is my old one. And what we want to do is we basically want to beat this click-through rate, which is pretty solid, just by making some slight tweaks to the headline and to the description. Okay, so that's how you're going to optimize these Google ad campaigns. Now, how do you scale these? Well, you go back to the campaign, and we're going to look at, we used basically a keyword list from Mother's Day, right? So let's go to our keywords. I think we just started with Mother's Day gift. So we could create another ad group. We could use a different seed keyword. So we use Mother's Day gift here. Get, it should be gift. Probably fix that. Let's go to settings. I spelled it wrong. Instead of get, gift. All right, there we go. So let's say Mother's Day gifts is one we use. So let's go to tools and settings and keyword planner. Let's try and think of other ones that we could use. So discover new. We could say wife gift for Mother's Day. Or wait, let's try this. Then we'll set our countries. So we did a bunch of countries in here too. So we did United States. Now, I don't think we're going to do anything outside of that now because we're actually, it's different around the world. I should probably adjust that one too. So Mother's Day for wife has 880. Mother's Day gifts for wife, 4,400. Mother's Day ideas for wife. So these are all ones that we could add to a new ad group. So let's go back here. Actually, you can add these to a plan too, but I don't want to do that. Should have done this in a new tab. Okay, well, we'll do it this way. Or actually, like this. There. So I just opened that in a new tab. It'll go to this thing, but I can go back to my ads here. Then go back to my campaign. And then I could create another ad group in order to put this seed keyword, all these keywords, into one ad group. Okay, so go here, and then we could do a duplicate too. So if I click on this, I'll actually click here under campaigns, and then go to ad groups, going to take me right in. So this is the ad group, so I can go like click it, edit, copy, then X, and then paste, and then done, and then paste. So what I'm doing is I'm just doing a duplicate of this ad group, and hopefully it doesn't take too long. Take a few minutes. I don't have a few minutes, Google. Come on. Done. Okay, so let's see what the number 2 one here. So I'm going to work on this one. I'm going to click it, and then I'm going to click settings. I'm just going to change the name to number 2, and I'm going to put whatever my seed was in here, which was Mother's Day wife. I'm going to call this Mother's Day. Instead of gift, we use wife. Save. So I'm going to leave all the settings the same. Then I'm going to go into it, and I'm going to go to keywords. Now I'm going to select all these. I'm going to go edit, remove, confirm. So in my duplicate ad group, I'm removing all the old ones. And I don't, oh, this was on page 2. So I'm going to go edit, remove, confirm. So now I've cleared out all the keywords. You'll see it'll remove that. Then I'm going to go back here and I'm going to start adding these ones. So let's move this to a new window for a second. And then we're going to go back here and we're going to click this. I'm just going to start, I can copy and paste. So this one, I'm just on my other screen. And then Mother's Day ideas for wife. Paste. Ooh, pregnant wife. So I'm just copy and pasting from the list. And I'm going to go broad, and then I'm just going to repeat the process with negative keywords under the search terms in order to optimize this. And I'll probably start with the same ads because I do mention wife in these. Okay, so I've got those. And, oh, actually, I forgot the main one. There. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Good grouping. Save. So these are going to be set at, oh, I guess they don't like pregnant wife. Why don't they like pregnant wife? That's weird. Well, I'm not going to request an exception. I'm just going to get rid of it. So I don't want this to go to a manual review right now. So these are all set here. So what we'll do is we'll pretty much let it run for a day, and then we'll come back and look at the status. Any of the ones that got clicks again, we'll set it to the first page bid, and then we'll go to the search terms and we'll look through anything that we need to add as a negative or anything that we can add as an exact match. Now under the ads and extensions, it's going to have my previous one, so I can actually just remove this, edit, remove. That's my pause one. And the one that has, I'll take it out of there. The one that has a question mark is my test, and the one that doesn't is the one that has a good click-through rate. So this text, this ad copy that I have in here actually works for this because I'm saying wife, mom, and wife, mom. And my keywords, if you look at them, they're all based on like Mother's Day for wife, Mother's Day for wife. So this may actually, I may want to remove the word mom or the word mom because these could be just guys that are married but they don't have kids too, very easily. Although I looked at my demographics. There's more. Oh, that's the other thing. Let me go back to the original ad group and let's go to demographics here and look at this. We can start seeing the age ranges that are getting clicks. And then we can optimize here too. So look at this. Unknown had 20 impressions, 0 clicks. So you know what? I'm going to select that. 65 plus had 48 impressions and 0 clicks. I'm going to select that. This one had 1 click out of 60 impressions for 55 plus. So I'm going to click that. This one had 1 impression, 1 click out of 83, which is 1.2, which is not bad. But I could really narrow it down to this 7 out of 98 because look at the jump from 1 to 7. So what I could do is go like this. So now this ad group itself, I just optimized the age to 25 to 34. This is showing me that it's getting a really high click-through rate, like super high. And when this click-through rate is this high, your cost per click will go down dramatically. Even look, it's 35 cents compared to 51, 35, 50. So I think this particular ad group with that set of keywords and that ad is responding well to 25 to 34 men. So let's get out of that and let's go to gender. We're going to see it's males, obviously. Household income, let's look at this. Unknown is like the biggest. So there's not much we can do in here. We don't want to exclude any of these because it will fall under the unknown too. typically I don't do much under here anyway. Under more, there's not anything else we can do. But age-wise, I just narrowed that down looking at my data to 25 to 34. So this should just boost that performance dramatically now, which is really good. So going back in here, I have Mother's Day wife. And if I go to my ads, my keywords are saying for wife, 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 but I don't know if they have kids or not. So this wife mom gift is perfect. This wife mom gift. I mean, it's tricky because my actual gift says this. That is direct to wife. That's not really mentioning the kids. I'm just going to leave it as is for now. See if that works. I may have to remove the mom part. And actually, it's really bugging me. So I'm going to remove it. So I'm going to edit this. And I'm going to say, need a Mother's Day gift. This wife gift is perfect. Okay, Mother's Day gift now. Good. So save that one. So I'm just taking the word mom out of here because these guys may not have kids. And this one too. Wife mom gift. So this, I'm just going to say, I can't fit much else in there. Save. Okay. So I just tweak those. This wife gift is perfect. There. Need a Mother's Day gift. So it's clear it's for the wife. That's better. Now, my rules that I have, if I go here, so I've got my new ad group. So basically I just doubled my traffic or the possible traffic. If I want to double my budget, I can do that as well. So I would go to here and I go to settings and then I can actually go to here and I can say, okay, if this is working and I was at 50 a day, I could go up to 100 a day with another ad set. Or I could leave it at 50 a day and see if I need to start getting sales before I really bump the budget. But that's how you scale these. Add another ad group and double the budget. Okay. Google can handle budget increases a lot easier than Facebook can because with Google, they're not going to show the ad unless somebody is actually searching for your keyword. Whereas Facebook will show the ad to anybody. So if Facebook runs out of people to show the ad to, they're going to show it anyway because they're going to spend your budget. Google's not like that. If Google doesn't have the traffic, they're not going to show it. They're not going to spend your money. Okay, so we could go up very high on this, and as long as people are typing it in, Google will show the ad. But if they're not typing it in, they won't show the ad. And there are some instances where they won't spend your whole budget. Now, under here, I actually want to go to the countries. I'm going to remove everything except for Canada from the campaign, or Canada and US, because Mother's Day is different. So I'm going to remove United Kingdom, New Zealand, Ireland, and Australia. I'm going to leave it at this for the campaign because apparently Mother's Day just passed. Save. Continue. Mother's Day just passed in the UK. I kind of forgot about that. So I'm going Canada and US only now. All right, so make that tweak too. And then to scale, simply add more ad groups, do some keyword research, add more ad groups. You can do a duplicate and you can edit the duplicate. Then you add the keywords to the remove the existing, add new keywords, change the ad copy to suit your keywords in that ad group. And then you can go here and you can change that budget from 50 to 100 per day if you wanted. All right. Now, there's one other thing I was going to show you guys. Oh, retargeting too. So we've got how to bump up these on Facebook, how to bump up these on here. So now I'm going to go back to here and I'm going to show you the retargeting. So what I need to do is just check and make sure here. We're going to do a retargeting ad set for this because we want to show the ad to people who viewed it but didn't buy. And I actually can't create the purchase one yet, damn it. But I'll show you how to do it anyway. So if we're at this point, we have a purchase. So we're going to go here, Ads Manager, Audiences. I'll just open this in a new tab. And I'm going to go to Life. And here we go. So I'm going to create a custom audience. And it's going to be, I'm going to create two. If you don't have any purchases, you won't be able to create the second one yet. So I actually can't, but I'll show you how to do it anyway. You're just going to repeat this process. So the first one is going to be, this is our retargeting ads on Facebook. And this is part of scaling and a big part. So I'm going to click website. I'm going to click wife pixel. And this is I'm going to click this drop down. And So I have all these events that I can pick through. You can see if you scroll down, I actually have add to cart too. But I'm going to go with this. I'm going to say view content and the maximum I can go is 180 days. And then I go refine by URL parameter and then URL, hit that drop down. And I'm going to go to, there's all these different ones: content category, content IDs, content name, content type, currency, value. I'm going to go content IDs. And now what is the content ID for that product? I go here. So go to your page, and then you need this pixel helper. Facebook pixel helper, it's a Chrome extension. You need it. Click it. And then we can see, if I scroll down here, should show right here, under view content. This content ID, this number right here, is what you want. So it's a custom parameter, content IDs. You can even do content name, but that's a little bit sloppy. This content ID is the best way to do it. So install Pixel Helper in Chrome, click on it, click this little sideways arrow beside view content, grab that number, go back to here. We're going to paste that number there. So what I'm building is a list of people who have clicked on this page. Okay. And I want to show more ads to them. So I'm going to name it, and my number, this is why I use numbers, is number 5, right? So campaign number 5. So I'm going to go 005, view content. Now, you're going to have to repeat this. So I'm going to create the audience, and then you're going to have to repeat this. But under here, you're going to scroll down, and there's going to be one that says purchase, and you have to create that one too. I can't create it yet because I don't have a purchase yet. I do have an add to cart, but I don't have a purchase. So click create. There, it's right here under my audiences for this campaign. And then I need one that says 005-purchase. So I go create, custom, wife pixel, and then it's down here. I'm going to need I need a purchase before I do it. Maybe even, well, no, you're not going to buy it yourself, but you're going to repeat the exact same steps except purchase. Okay, I can't do it right now, but I wish I had a sale because I could show you. So then I'm going to come into my campaign, and this is one that already has a purchase. Okay, we're assuming this had like 2 or 3. Okay, so then I'm just going to do a duplicate of an ad set, and this is going to be my retargeting ad set. So I'm going to call this, I can call it 13. I can basically remove all this part. And I'm going to put retargeting, and this is going to be 18 plus, and this is going to be worldwide. And I'm also going to put the date. I'm going to remove the word steady. I don't want my rules to work on my retargeting campaign, my retargeting ad set. And you're probably thinking, why are you putting a retargeting ad set inside your main campaign? This boosts performance, and I actually did a little video on this too. I think it's on my YouTube channel. When you put a retargeting ad set inside your existing CBO campaign, it gives the CBO campaign more sales to work with, because as you'll see, this is only going to show to people who have already viewed the page. So these are warm leads compared to the cold ones. I'm actually going to go on my channel, see if I can get that. I'll post this video in there. Let me get in here. Let me find it. Here, right here. This video, I want you guys to watch it because this is what we're doing. How to boost your CBO performance with one simple trick. The one simple trick is what I'm showing you right now. Okay, so go to my channel. It's the first video in there called How to Boost Your CBO Performance with One Simple Trick. So now we go here, and all I need to do is adjust this to show to my new custom audience. So I click it, I can type in 005, right, if you have a bunch in there. So it's only going to show to people who viewed it, and then I want to exclude buyers. So I don't have that right now, so I can't exclude them. But as soon as you have buyers, you're going to create that second custom audience, and you're going to exclude them here, right? Don't forget to exclude buyers. Now, everything else, I'm going to go worldwide because I want it to show, it's going to be based on people on the list for my targeting. And then I always exclude these guys. And then I go all, and then I go 18 plus because it is completely based on my list. So what I want to do is, I apologize if you hear my kid talking up there. She's home, like everybody's home. All right. So I remove all my detail targeting and I leave it on auto. And I'm just going to go up here. I'm going to copy this. I'm going to go here and then I'm going to paste it. And I'm going to leave it on my page. I'm going to use selected page. I'm going to use the same images and I'm going to allow optimizations, but right here, I'm going to change the primary text. So I'm going to say this: did life get in the way? Come on back and order this now. Now notice I didn't say your wife, I said the wife. It seems to get past the bots and the filters on Facebook a little bit better. So that's one text: did life get in the way? Come on back and order this now for the wife. And then I'm going to say this: we noticed. Now this is a little iffy, but you checked out our awesome Mother's Day gift, but didn't order. Come on back and order now. There. And then instead of click here for pricing, I'm going to say click here to order and click here to get one now, and then get her one now. That's fine. And then down here, that's the URL. And then I'm going to put, I'm just going to leave it on shop now because I'm being a little bit more aggressive in what I say with this particular one because I know they've already been there. So it's even saying click here to order, you could say click here to complete your order or click here to get one now. Okay, and then I'm going to publish this. So you can click down here because it's just one ad set. So if I close it, you'll see it's publishing that ad set and ad. Now this retargeting ad set is going to do pretty well. And as you get more and more sales and your list here starts building larger and larger, a little trick that I like to do is when I'm doing my duplicates, I'll also start duplicating my retargeting ad set as well. So I'll run this, and this will just keep running because it's going to be profitable. If it's not profitable, something's wrong with the setup. So I'll just, like, as I hit maybe 1,000 people on this list, then I'll run 2 of these inside this campaign, and then if I hit like 3,000 people, I'll run like 3 of these because I'm only spending $12.50 a day. Because remember, all the settings are the same except for the targeting. So I still have that $12.50 maximum. All my ad sets in here have a $12.50 maximum, but this can be part of my ad sets that really do boost the performance of this campaign. And it's that simple. Okay. Now we do want to exclude the buyers, and that's just once you have a purchase, you'll be able to create the custom audience of buyers. Can't create it right now because I don't have a purchase yet, but I'm confident this one will get a purchase. And then I just keep going. So the way that I've showed you to scale on Facebook is not one that's going to go from 0 to like 2,500 a day. It's going to go from 0 to like ratcheting up per day, which I want you guys to do because I want you to gain experience. I want you to gain confidence. And I want you to gain some cash flow so that you can do more of these. So how do you get to the really big numbers? Anybody know? You test a whole bunch of these and you find not just one winner, but 2 winners, and then 3 winners, and then 4 winners, and then 5 winners. If you have 5 Mother's Day winners running at any given time, you cannot help but pull at least $1,000 profit per day. Okay, because consider each of those will probably pull like $200 per day profit on a $500 ad spend. If you have 5 of them running, that's $1,000 profit per day. Okay, you have to get to that point though. You can't just skip all the steps to get there. And on Google too, we've got the same thing where we can start, adding more ad groups and increasing the budget, adding more ad groups, increasing the budget. Well, meantime, we're optimizing the keywords and we're optimizing the ads. And we can also optimize the demographics, as I showed you, because we went into this one and we saw, holy cow, 25 to 34 is really kicking butt. The rest of these, man, not so much. So then let's give them what they want, 25 to 34. Great, that's what we'll do. So, and do you guys have any questions on this? I'm going to go over here and see. Then we're going to wrap it up for the day. Okay, so do you still continue the test if you spend $100 with 2 sales? No, if I have 2 sales, then I will continue the campaign. I'll just continue with my duplicates and putting in 10 ad sets per day, 10 new ones, and the new ones can be duplicates of existing ones too, based on my breakdown data and based on what interests are working. Eventually, I'll get to the point where I'm running no interest at all. So see how this says gratitude and married and parents? Eventually, I'll be running no interest and just the age. Okay. What about for only 5 ad sets? Well, you need to adjust this. So if you have that limit on your account of like $250 maximum per day, then you can actually run. Show you here, 250 divided by that. You can run 20 ad sets per day, basically. But if you have a $50 maximum spend, then run 5 ad sets instead of 10. You'll just move slower. That's all. So you can adjust this to suit your budget and your risk tolerance. No problem there. I'm sorry for asking this again. What we discussed today would apply to those tests that we have 3+ sales, right? Yes, this is ramping up and scaling. So if you have one that has 3+ sales, this is what you do. If you have 2 sales, you can do this, but it's about 50-50 whether it's going to work. If you have 1 sale, I wouldn't do this. I would just kind of look at the data and do another test. I wouldn't go to the ramping up and scaling phase. Improve reporting and reach with I went to duplicate an ad set and received a detailed message from Facebook to turn on automatic advanced matching. Should I do that? Yeah, I do that. On my pixels, turn it on. I think they want it. It helps. So there's no harm in doing that. If you get that message, turn it on. And that's part of their little Power 5 thing, which is for account simplification. A big part of that is less campaigns, less ad sets, automatic placements, dynamic creatives, and advanced auto matching for the pixel. What do you think about the Gear Bubble Auto Store offer? I like it a lot. I really do. I think you should go for it. If you're the amount of stuff you're getting is worth far more than what he's charging. Like you're getting Gear Bubble Pro lifetime. That's like $300 a month alone. And then you're getting all the products added, and he's actually going to get you a sale, and he's going to do that by emailing the Gear Bubble list of one of your products on your store. That works very well. The training he's got in there too for the ads is really good. I don't know if he's going to give it to you guys in this one, but the previous guys that bought the auto store, you're going to get a course called PPC Academy, and guess who produced the course? This guy. Yeah, he actually paid me to make a course for him to put into his other one. I don't know if that's a part of this auto store offer, but it was for the previous one. So I like it. I like it a lot. I think it's a good investment. It's something that you get like credits and all this stuff too for a box of mugs or something. I can't remember what you get. You get a whole ton of really, really good stuff. Let me see if I can find it. My email. He's got something in here. Hang on. Where's my email? Gmail. I had to restart, so I probably have to sign in. Oh, no. Okay. Let's see. Gear. Ooh, those are nice, eh? You got a new sale. Love those ones. Leaderboard. Big updates. Replay. Just want to see what he's offered because I can't remember. Okay, so you get this. You get the complete done for you store. Lifetime access to Gear Bubble Pro. Done for you push products, which is cool. Done for you Facebook advertising. Oh, I didn't even know they had that. Targeting template for each product that was pushed into their optimized store. That's cool. It was basically giving you that too. Training, you get that. Now, my course might be a part of that. I'm not sure. Well, his course, he bought it for me. Gear Bubble Pro account with lifetime access. Oh, $1,000 in product on demand credit. So this and this alone is worth way much more than what you're paying. It's 2,000, but if you look, you get 1,000 in credits, and then you get GB Pro lifetime, which is like $297 a month. So that alone is worth it. But all this done for you advertising, all this other stuff is really good too. So he put together such a solid offer. It's insane. Here's a demo. So you're gonna get a store loaded up with all this stuff, and it's basically ready to go. And it just saves you the time having to load all these by yourself, and then there's nothing wrong with you going in and creating your own stuff too. I like it. I like it a lot. If you're gonna get it, you should definitely go through my link, because my link is the best link. I'll post my link in the forums if you guys want. But it's good. Very good. So here's another one. Would you recommend non-Mother's Day keywords in Google, i.e. gifts for wife? Good. That's a good question. Probably worth a test, because they might type in gift for wife thinking Mother's Day, but it's not Mother's Day. So I guess it depends, right? Like mine says Happy Mother's Day on it. That's why I wanted to make sure it was tied in with Mother's Day. But in the future, like when you're running two like just wife products evergreen, you don't have to have the word Mother's Day in it. And even for Mother's Day, you probably don't have to have the word Mother's Day in it. And I'm sure the volumes when you don't have Mother's Day on it, like go up huge. Just big time. Well, if we go here, let's look. It's real quick. Keyword planner. So what'd you say? Gifts for wife? So look at this. Gifts for wife. And then I'll add in Canada or United States. Yeah, look at that. You guys want a niche that's year round? Look at these charts. Look at Christmas. Just spikes through the roof. By the way, my buddy Michael, his super duper sales there, they were on Christmas and it was a wife message card. So there you go. 22,200 searches average per month. And in Christmas time, it just spikes through the roof. But it's pretty stable all year round. So this is an evergreen one. Birthday gifts for wife, Christmas gifts for wife, gift ideas for wife, best gift for wife. So you've got all these, right? That you could be certainly creating products for and targeting on Google. I don't have Stripe in my country. Can I join AutoStore? I don't know. Probably. Tom, send me an email, ppccoach@gmail.com, and I'll talk to Don and see if he can take PayPal or something else. I got a sale the other day from Shine On. Do I need to fulfill it or just leave it be? Also, when is the payout turnaround time? So if you're on the platform, then you don't need to do anything. Even if you're on a Shopify store, you don't have to do anything. It should auto fulfill. I think on Shopify though, you might have to go in and approve the order before it's fulfilled. With the platform, which is what we're using, you don't have to do anything. It's just auto. Based on your experience, oh wait, turnaround time. They have a 48-hour delay. I think it's 48 hours. So you get the sale and then that money is not released until like 48 hours later. Or it could be 72 hours. They put that delay in because there was a lot of fraud going around for Christmas time where some jackasses had a whole bunch of stolen credit cards and they were putting orders through print on demand companies like Gearbubble and actually hit them for like 6 figures in losses. Gearbubble got really jerked around by these fraudsters. Not cool at all. But what they would do is, so the frauds, well, I probably shouldn't say this, but if you're going to commit fraud, here's how you do it. Don't do this, but they had a bunch of stolen credit cards. So they create a Gearbubble account. They list a product on Gearbubble. Then they take their stolen credit cards through different IP addresses and they buy like 100 of that product. And then what they do is they go into their Gearbubble dashboard. They instantly request a payout. Gearbubble sends it. So it looks, to Gearbubble's end, it looks, oh, this is legit. Guy launched, he had a winner, it worked really well. Then a couple days later, the people whose credit cards were stolen start noticing these charges and put chargebacks on. So now Gearbubble has to not only refund the money, but they have to pay like a $15 to $20 processing fee for every chargeback. So Gearbubble ends up losing not only the sale, but the fees that the Stripe or the credit card company would charge in this case just to process a chargeback. And Gearbubble did nothing wrong. That's why there's a delay now with Shine On too, because Eric, heard about this and he's like, holy crap, I got to do something. So Shine On and Gear Bubble have whole fraud departments now. And if you're new, they're going to watch you like a hawk, and they're not going to allow a whole bunch of orders to go through without knowing you and trusting you first. So they're working on making that holding period even shorter for trusted sellers. But as of right now, they have to do it because you can't, as a company, you can't get burned. You can't lose your processor through no fault of your own, and you can't get burned for massive fees through no fault of your own. So they're just protecting themselves. Based on your experience, what sells better, gold or silver? Silver. Send an email. Cool. Yeah, wow, I was right. It was insane what happened with them. So that's why these things are in place. It's not to make it more difficult for you as a seller. It's just to protect them as a company. And it sucks, but they have to do it. So just anybody who's going to attempt something like that, good luck now, because they have so many extra fraud layers in there and protection. They have dedicated people that are just watching stuff all day long now. So I don't think the fraudsters will be able to repeat that. But they also did it during the Christmas rush when literally like hundreds of thousands of dollars per day were going through in orders. So they knew they could slide under the radar with a couple of these scams and get away with it. If they tried it now when the volumes are lower, they wouldn't get away with it. And even if they try it next Christmas, they're not going to get away with it because now that Gear Bubble's onto them, Shine On's onto them, it just really made it more difficult for the fraudsters, and boohoo, right? Like they can go to hell as far as I'm concerned. So this is oh, billing issue, double charge. Oh, sorry. Yeah, sorry about that. I will get one canceled and refunded. I sorry. I have no excuse. I just plain old forgot. Can you actually email me after this and just remind me? Sorry. Yeah, some guys signed up like twice by accident for the trial and they're getting double dinged here, so we'll get you sorted out. I apologize. I really don't have an excuse. I will get that fixed. So I'm going to close with that. Um, I'm also going to put a post up in the forums here about what to do for the next challenge because I've got an idea. And that's the beauty of the forums. We're doing another challenge next month, but well, I'm going to explain it on forums. I don't want to explain it on here. So check the forums and general discussion, and I'm going to let you guys. I'm going to take your input into this one too before I do it. So the next challenge is coming up. I think you'll like it quite a bit. This one is going to continue all the way through to Mother's Day, right? So you've still got time to get those products tested. You've still got time to take advantage. And we were way ahead of the curve on the training on this because I wanted to make sure you guys could hit the ground running when it is prime time for Mother's Day, which is, very soon. It's coming up. So get those products out there, get them tested, start ramping up, start scaling, start using Facebook, start using Google, get your retargeting going on Facebook. I can show retargeting on Google too. We're just out of time today, but the retargeting on Facebook alone is going to kick butt for you, and those will be your best ones. Watch that video. Remind me to put that link in here too, because you'll see how it really does boost the performance of your campaigns. All right, we covered a lot of ground. I appreciate you. I hope everybody's staying safe and washing your hands and all that good stuff. This social distancing is really nuts. Everybody's home, and it's oh man, we got a lot of projects we're gonna do, but it's nuts. I hope this passes safely. Whether it takes 2 weeks or 3 weeks or 4 weeks, whatever it may be. But um, that's the last thing I'm going to cover is people are still buying. Okay, so uh, I've continued to run ads throughout this because I believe that as people are at home, they're going to be bored and they're going to be on their computer. And if we can provide something for them to make them smile and make the person that they're giving it to smile, then that's a good service that we're providing. We're not going and buying 17,000 bottles of hand sanitizer and trying to put it on Amazon for a 3,000% markup. We're not doing anything like crappy like that. We're doing something where we can make somebody's day. So more than ever now, I think the family gift stuff is really going to take off. And I think the longer this self isolation and stuff goes and social distancing goes, the better it's going to be online. Because yes, some are getting hit hard financially, others are not. They're actually still getting paid. It's just they're getting paid, and now they're not driving and they're not buying as much stuff every day, so they do still have disposable income, and we're not being predatory or anything. We're providing a service, and that service is called happiness. So there's nothing wrong with making a living, no matter what's going on in the world. We all have to. So as long as you're not doing anything super like douchey, then you're all good to go. All right. So everybody, yeah, stay safe. We'll talk to you soon, and check the forums for the post on the next challenge. And remind me to post that video too. Okay. We'll see you guys later. Have a great day.